we are here with George Anthony. So how are you feeling today, George?
I'm feeling great, thank you very much.
You're looking very dapper.
Thank you.
I say myself.
Need to be, got to stand out, haven't they?
Oh, so are you presenting an award tonight?
No,
or you
not.
have to get an awarded tonight?
I don't know is the answer. Ooh. But I am actually going to be performing.
Oh, you're performing. Oh, lovely. I love that. We're really looking forward to your performance. So are you going to give us a little insight on what you're singing tonight? Or?
So it's all about love. So it's different genres of music celebrating love. So swing, reggae and soul.
That sounds fantastic. I literally cannot wait. Cannot wait for that. So tell us a little bit about that. You live in Luton. So
I've lived in Luton for nearly 40 years. But my roots are back in the Steel City, Sheffield.
Okay.
All right, so that's where the accents come from. So this is a northern lad. But I've lived down here for that length of time. I had my children down here, and then did my performances down here, in and around Beds, Hearts and Bucks.
So tell us a little bit about your career, your singer-songwriter career. How did that come about? Like, where are you on your journey right now?
Right, so it started really from singing to 15 million people live on TV, stars in their eyes.
Oh, nice. Love
emulating
that.
Mr. Al Green, the Reverend Al Green. And then off the back of that, I did a lot of celebratory gigs, events and things like this, private parties, etc. But I ran a career by the side of that in engineering and HR management.
Okay.
So both have run up to this particular point where now I've created a website, ganthonyjr.net.
Nice.
And I've been getting gigs, events, etc. All celebrating special events. Right. Singing, songwriting. I've written some songs. One particular one my son helped me pull together because it was quite emotional because he'd seen it when it started to grow from being just a few doobie-doos and ideas and pulling them all together. And you'll know this yourself. So that was the first one. So started one, I've got some others to come.
That sounds incredible. So we're really looking forward to your performance, and you mentioned that you've known Bob for quite a long time, Bob Baker. So can you tell us a little bit about that, about Bob as a person?
So I first met Bob at a audition for UK Unsigned back in 2024.
Oh, nice, okay.
And I got through the rounds to the final and won my category.
Oh, lovely.
I was singing Al Green's How Can You Mend a Broken Heart.
Congratulations.
But the following year, I entered again, same category, and sang Luther Vandross's Never Too Much. So the first one was the final, was at the Hackney Empire. The second one, the final, was at Clapham Grand Theatre.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I was singing Never Too Much. And I won again.
Oh, wow, check you.
And then the following year, I won the People's Vote as the best vocalist of that time in that genre of music. I was the first person to actually do that in the UK Unsigned genre. But the key thing about UK Unsigned was it's a charity. Very community orientated, helps individuals grow in their creativity. Everything, not just singing, but musical, playing musical instruments and fashion, any creative arts, they were supporting. And Bob was very key for that, particularly in Bedfordshire and in Luton. And post my winning those awards with the UK Unsigned, I was a coach, the vocal coach, to support Bob and John Downey in their journey in creating what became the High Rec Awards, High Recreation Awards, and won a High Recreation Award himself for swing music, swing and jazz, because that's where I tended to concentrate at that time. So he has been very much in and out of my sort of singing career, where I've actually helped support community projects with him that have helped promote vocal, people wanted to sing, how they sung, etc., present themselves on stage, present themselves generally. A lot of the skills and capabilities are the same.
That sounds incredible. And just lastly, wanted to ask if you have some gems for some maybe young budding singer-songwriters. What would it be? Like, what would be a word of advice or something that you could pass on?
I suppose a key thing would be to remember your dad.
Okay.
D-A-D.
Which is?
Dream, take action, stay dedicated.
Love that.
And it's a real focus. It's not. I'm not saying it's easy, because it's not. You start and stop, but you can always start again. You can always start again. Just keep focused.
We're here today at the
Windrush
Awards. How are you feeling about being here?
I have an African heritage. Mine's West African heritage. So a lot about what the Windrush represents in terms of how a lot of our community actually came to Britain, helped support building some of the key areas of British life. What that meant, because I had family that came from West Africa, not on the Windrush, but it was on the MV Oriole or MV Apapa or the MV Accra, right, coming into Liverpool, right, from West Africa. So Windrush has rings a bell in the sense of what happened for individuals that came from the Caribbean. That in itself says a lot about what skills and capabilities we've brought as a black community, the community of colour. But not only that, how much actually we're the same.
Exactly.
All right, how much actually that we are the same in terms of what we want to do and how we want to do it and what we can contribute. And I think celebrating that with events such as the Windrush Awards, celebrating things like promoting health, well-being of men over 50. Particularly at the moment where prostate cancer is it's Prostate Cancer Month, I think this month or last month. But off the back of that, I think it's important to say, well, actually, speak up. It is okay to talk about these types of things. And this event actually, is endorsed by that kind of agency that's supporting, particularly black people. The black over 50s men who are probably a bit reticent about talking about such things and actually saying, do you know what? It's something to shout about and share about, because we all suffer from something. Urinary incontinence, diabetes, prostate issues, mental health issues, not feeling you fit in, and all those things that are just life, part of the human condition. So celebrating that, but also waving a flag to say there is help available, I think is important. And I think that this kind of event needs to happen more and more across communities. Thank
you so much. Everything you said was just beautiful. I really, really appreciate